Hello folks, so I'm making a video here on a problem that's in the textbook. It's example 6.1, it's the practice exercise right at the bottom. The example exercise 6.1 is really good. It's a reaction of thermite. Thermite's a fairly exothermic reaction with aluminum and iron oxide. And where they use it, they usually melt iron. So they use it in things where you really need high heat. You're doing it outside maybe. So you're talking about when you are welding rails for a railroad together. They would use it. I actually even think there's a picture in the textbook that shows that. Yep, on page 258. So this reaction at the bottom says benzene burns in air to produce carbon dioxide and liquid water, and those two products are very important. It says calculate the heat released in kilojoules per gram of the compound reacted with oxygen. So the compound reacted is the benzene. The important thing here is that they gave us the enthalpy of formation, or the heat of formation, of benzene, and that's 49, I'm going to write that in, 49.04. Now all of these are in kilojoules per mole, and that benzene number is a positive number. So one of the things, if you notice here, benzene's not a product, but it's a reactant. So therefore, I'm going to take the positive charge and make it a negative charge here. I don't have anything underneath the water because we all know that water is zero. And from the back of the book, I got negative 393.5 kilojoules per mole for carbon dioxide and negative 187, I think that's a 0.6 kilojoules per mole for water. Now the last thing I need to do here is I need to balance it. So I see here that it's a 1, so I got, by doing 1, I'm going to make or need 6 carbon dioxides, and I'm going to get 12 waters there, so kind of keep that in the back of your head. And then the one also over there is going to give me hydrogens. So I got 6 hydrogens on the left. In order to get 6 on the right, I'm going to go 3. So remember I said I had 12 oxygens with the carbon dioxide. Now I have 3, so I've got 15. So I'm going to use decimals here, so I'm going to say I need to get 15 oxygens. I only have an oxygen there, but it's a 2, so I'm going to divide 15 by 2, and when I divide 15 by 2, even my daughter Ava knows that it's 7.5. So it's a 1 to 7.5 to 6 to 3 relationship. If you want to balance it out with larger numbers, you can go 2 and 15, 12, and 6. So how am I going to use these? Well, I'm just going to combine them, and I'm going to combine them. I know the charge on that oxygen is a 0. I already negated that 49.04 number. But before I can do that, I need to multiply out the number of moles because it's asking for the standard enthalpy of formation of benzene, but it really wants what's the calculated heat in per gram of the compound reacted, which is benzene. Now this is easy because it ends up being 1 there, but if it was a 2, I would have to multiply that 49.04 by 2. So I'm going to just use my coefficients right now, and I'm going to multiply out the numbers that I have. So I'll do that in another color. And so I got my 1 times my negative 49.04. And then I got my 6 times 393.5, which is a pretty large number of negative 2,361, and that's in kilojoules. And I'm going to do my water. Now my water, when I looked up in the back, it's for liquid water, because you can also have gaseous water. So I got 187.6 times 3, and I got a 62. Oops, sorry. 62.8. These are all in kilojoules. These are all now in kilojoules. Now this one here is going to be 0 kilojoules, and this is kilojoules. So now they're all negative numbers because we made that positive sign of benzene a negative. So now, like I said, in previous lessons, I'm just going to combine everything. So everything's in the correct numbers with their signs. So I just like saying combining them. So I got negative 49.04. I'm going to add that to 2361, and then I'm going to add that to 562.8. So I get a whopping total of negative 2,972.84, so I'm just going to go 0.8. And then now I have to consider my benzene here. So the way I like writing this here is I like saying per 1 mole of benzene. Ooh, gotta hold this pen correctly. Okay, benzene, there you go. So that's the amount of energy. Why? Because I see I'm looking at, or I'm considering benzene here. If I was saying, well, in a per mole basis for oxygen, I would then use that same number, but put it over 7.5 moles of oxygen. So it is kind of important when you go back to your original problem and say, hey, based on how many moles of what I started with, because you use that as a multiplier. So I'm going to rewrite it at the bottom here and say negative 2972.8 kilojoules. I'm going to put that over 1 mole benzene. I'm just going to write Ben. And then I'm going to multiply that by my molar mass. And I know if I'm looking at a per gram basis, I know that 1 mole of benzene is 78.11. 78.11 grams. I'm going to multiply across and then divide. So I'm going to divide that 2972.8 number divided by my 78.11 number. And I get a fairly small number of, on a per gram basis, and I see that my moles of benzene cancel out here, so I get negative 38.1 kilojoules per every 1 gram. So that's how we figure our heats of formation in this total reaction here, using the appendix in the back where we pull our heats of formation. We look at our coefficients. We think about if it's on the reactant side, then we have to change the sign and we just combine again. And then in order to get it into a per gram basis, we then have to consider what our reactant is, our coefficient. If it's a coefficient that's more than 1, then we're going to have to say per 2, per 3, per 7.5 moles, and then we have to use the molar mass of the one particular reactant, in this case benzene. So that's how you do it. Hopefully that helps.